Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Attack on Titan, or Shingeki no Kyojin, Season 2, Episode 7. And this was really, it was really good. I feel like the whole episode was basically just this one fight, and it really was just this one fight, but man, time flew. It was really good. Like, I was just watching this fight, and then bam, out of nowhere, they hit you with the to be continued, and I was like, really? That was like 20 minutes? So, yeah, I thought it was really good. The time flew watching it, and I think that's a good sign of something being entertaining and engrossing and really drawing you in. But yeah, let's start from the beginning. We had the flashbacks with Eren, Norman, Bertolt, and Reiner, and they were actually pretty feelsy. They were done well, even though I thought they'd maybe be a little bit of a waste in time, but no, they were good. I thought they added to the episode. One thing, and I feel like this will be my only real complaint, my only real notable complaint, is that I wish the CG didn't look so out of place, kind of bad with the Colossal Titan. Now, there were a lot of places where they didn't use CG or didn't use that type of CG, and it looked really good. It fit with all the rest of the animation. It was fine, but there were a lot of the really panned out shots and a lot of the swinging arm motion shots that were really bad CG, and they didn't fit with the rest of the animation. Like, CG itself, I don't prefer it, but it doesn't have to be bad. I mean, I think that Frame Arms Girl uses CG, and while it doesn't really look great, it's not necessarily overtly bad. Kimono Friends used bad CG, but it was a brilliant show that could get over that. Even, say, Shingeki no Bahamut uses some CG, but it's really good CG and it fits in well. And then there was Berserk, I believe, the 2015 reincarnation, that was the one where it used really, really bad CG there. But then in future iterations, in the past year or two, they've sort of kind of improved on that a little. But yeah, so this was just, and it was only a few small scenes, so it's not like a huge negative, but it does take you a lot out of the moment when it happens like that, and it does look honestly bad. Then getting back into the actual story, sorry about that, but I felt that was an important quality thing to talk about. Bertolt eats Emir and someone else, and I have no idea who the other person is. I thought it was Connie at first, but then we saw Connie, and I was like, yeah, I don't know who the second person they took was. So they grab Emir and someone else. Hanji orders them to just do a swarm attack. I mean, that seems pretty logical to me. Sorry, hiccup. So then we found out that Bertolt can, like, produce this steam from his back, and of course you're not getting anywhere near him with that going on because it's going to burn you. So yeah, that's a really good defense. I mean, we saw that Annie could harden her skin, so I figured that's maybe possible too, or maybe that's something that only Annie can do. But yeah, that steam, that's actually a really good defense. Like, I struggle to think of any sort of way that anybody could deal with that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Swarm attack, but the steam keeps him away. And Hanji's like, well, just surround him. I mean, he's got to come out eventually. Which, again, good strategy. So Hanji takes a squad of her own to go after Reiner. And there's this cute redheaded girl. But oh well, moving along, this cute redheaded girl that talks to Krista and Connie still doesn't know. He's like, oh, we need to find Reiner and Bertolt. I can't find him. Reiner and Bertolt. I can't find him anywhere. So, yeah, Connie still doesn't know. I mean, I guess he was far enough away from that conversation that maybe it makes sense that he doesn't know. Or maybe he's just in denial, because it seems as though he would have saw, What's-Her-Face and Mikasa go after them with the blades. So, maybe he's just in denial. Maybe he did see. Either way. We have Eren versus Reiner finally going on, and I love the way that the fight was done here. Eren is just overcome with hatred, but still getting his ass kicked. And then he remembers that Annie showed him how to fight smart, not strong. So if somebody's stronger than you, just beat them with your technical skill. And I really like the way he went for a triangle choke, then to an armbar, and it was actually really good. Tears off his arm and everything. Hannes is back. When Hanji lands on Erin's shoulder and he responds to her and she blushes, that was just so funny. Because it seems like this season her personality's been a little bit different than last season, where she was just crazy enamored with Titans all the time last season. But I don't know, I like the way that this season we've actually seen her be serious, but we can still see this come in a little bit for comedic effect. So Reiner then breaks some armor off of his legs for speed, which is interesting that he can do that. He tackles Eren, gets caught in a guillotine choke though, and Mikasa cuts his legs, giving Eren more leverage, which leads us into a cliffhanger where Bertolt, well, maybe not literally, but he tosses himself off the wall and is falling headfirst into them, which is pretty dangerous. Well, I was going to say it's pretty dangerous because he has to be pretty heavy, but no, he doesn't, because Titans are remarkably light from what we've learned. So yeah, Bertolt's falling and then bam, cliffhanger. I thought it was an awesome fight, though. I love that it seemed very realistic. I mean, as far as giants fighting and everything, okay, not realistic, but as far as the actual moves they used and stuff, it didn't seem like a cheesy anime movie type of fight. It was real stuff, and I think it probably translated pretty well, because I know that the author of the manga, the mangaka, whatever, is a fan of MMA and has actually based a lot of the Titan designs on MMA fighters, like I don't know any of them by name actually, other than I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar was the Armored Titans inspiration. But yeah, so I think it was interesting, and it translated well that sort of MMA style in their fighting, made it seem more realistic. And it gave it some more weight as well, I'd say. Then lastly, I think that even though that most of this was that fight, pretty much all of it was the fight, I think we still got good character development through the fighting, especially for, well, Eren quite a bit. I think we got even a little bit of Armin and Mikasa there too, where Mikasa's like wanting to stay with him but decides to turn back and trust him to do what's right and everything and come back toward the wall. I think that a lot of them were built up really subtly through this fight. But yeah, that is my list of things that I thought were positive. And the only thing I think really I could hold against this and say is a negative is that it takes you out of it when you do get hit with that bad CG that is out of place. And I think that maybe they could do that better they could either use better CG, don't use CG at all. I mean, it's just out of place. It doesn't fit with the rest of the animation, and they've shown that they can make it look good without that, so I really don't think they need to use that. The only reason I could think of them needing to use that would be like time constraints if they're running behind on production or anything, but either way, it is what it is. So yeah, score. I want to take a point off because of the places where I was taken out a little by the CG, but even then I thought it was a really, really good episode that, even though, like I said, the pacing was what it was just one single fight, I'm going to give it nine really deadly giant arm bars out of 10. I'd give it 9 out of 10 because I thought it was really, really great, but it definitely there were some things that made it so that I could not give it a perfect score. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed. Like if you did like the video. Comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it and all that. If you agree, disagree, whatever else. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff with the channel. Subscribe for more Attack on Titan and a lot more if you want. That's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.